The first iPhone was announced in January of 2007 and described by Steve Jobs as a widescreen iPod with hand controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communications device. The first iPhone was 4.5 inches in height, 2.4 inches in width, and 0.46 inches in depth, and weighed about 0.3 pounds. The screen was 3.5 inches multi-touch with a max resolution of 480 by 320 pixels. The camera at the time was only a 2 megapixel. Not much now, but better than anything else in 2007. The phone was released in June 2007 and discontinued in June 2008.
The iPhone 3G was released in July 2008. It had a plastic back and Gorilla Glass front. The 2 megapixel camera had no flash, autofocus, optical zoom, or video recording, but it did have geotagging. The color and storage options were black and white, 8 or 16 gigabytes. New features included GPS, 3G network support, the App Store, cloud storage, and the iPhone Software Developer Kit. It is slightly larger than the original iPhone, but includes sensors to automatically adjust screen brightness and orientation. The iPhone 3GS was released in June 2009. It looks the same as the 3G, but had an improved 3 megapixel camera with autofocus, tap-to-focus, and video recording, and an oil-repellent screen. It came in black and white with 8, 16, and 32 gigabyte storage. With the 3GS, users could finally cut, copy, and paste text and send MMS. Other features were a built-in compass and fitness tracking, and Find My iPhone.
The iPhone 4 was released in June 2010. The iPhone 4 was the first iPhone to have a high-resolution Retina screen. Along with the Retina screen, it had iOS 4, a 5 megapixel rear camera, a 0.3 megapixel front-facing camera, HD video recording, and FaceTime calling. The max screen resolution for the iPhone 4 was 960 by 460 pixels. The iPhone 4S was released in October 2011. The iPhone 4S had a dual-core processor, which was the same one as the iPad 2. The iPhone 4S differed from the iPhone 4 because it was also available in 64 gigabytes, had iOS 5, and had an 8 megapixel rear camera.
The iPhone 5 was released in September 2012. It was thinner and lighter than the 4 and featured a taller screen along with a new dock connector. It was also the first of its kind to include a Sony camera. The iPhone 5S and 5C were announced a year later in September 2013. The iPhone 5S was an updated version of the iPhone 5, although it still maintained the same dimensions and weight as the 5. The 5 and 5S were 3.95 ounces, while the 5C was a little bit bigger, just over 4 ounces. The 5 came in gray and black, the 5S in gold, silver, and gray, and the 5C came in white, pink, yellow, blue, and green. The iPhone 5, 5S, and 5C all had the same screen resolution of a nearly perfect 16:9 ratio. They also all have 8 megapixel cameras. The iPhone 5 and 5S offer 16, 32, and 64 gigabytes of storage, while the iPhone 5C only offers 8, 16, and 32 gigs.
September 19, 2014, Apple announced their latest model iPhone series, iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. They come in 3 different colors of silver, gold, and space gray. The sales of iPhone 6 and 6 Plus set the Apple sale record by making $10 million in first 3 days. The biggest difference between iPhone 6 models and earlier iPhone models are bigger displays and about 0.03 inches thinner than the last iPhone models. Apple also made iPhone 6 model available in 2 different sizes for user preferences. iPhone 6 Plus has 5.5 inches displays and normal 6 has 4.7 inch display. iPhone 6 models are come in 8 megapixel iSight camera with 1.5 mu pixels. Apple keep their signature pure and function design for both iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus. They're both easy to use and fit on the hand perfectly. One critique they have after a couple weeks of releasing iPhone 6 Plus is due to the thinness and iPhone 6 Plus start to bend under pressure. Apple responded the complaint by stating they only received 9 complaints over millions of iPhones they sold, and the damage occurring due to the regular use is extremely rare. All the critique aside, iPhone is one of the best selling smartphones of all time.